All right, everyone. Let's see. Okay, everyone. So, good afternoon. I'm Trivia Truck, and today I'm going to show you what the online subscription for Pearson Realize Miller and Levine Biology 2010 looks like. Of what the text looks like for the upcoming class at Carter University here. So, I'm going to be going through the sample chapter 27, Animal Systems 1, just previewing and giving just a little spoiler and teaser into what the text looks like. So it gives the chapter number, the chapter title, and then the little image down here if you can't see that. Then over here, might not be able to see it because of the light, but over here it gives the big idea of the chapter, which is structure and function, gives the big main question, the essential question for the chapter and the lesson. So if you go to the chapter mystery, and so this is all really easy to access and navigate material, so you can go just very easily from one page to the next. And the text in this, it really breaks it down, because in the book there is less pages. In the online there's more pages because the text is broke it down. It's everything, but it's just how the online lays it out. And so it gives all of these buttons right here. I'm going to go in so you can see all these things. So, the chapter mystery. So let's look at the chapter mystery. So if you open it, it gives a video, and for some reason, it is not working. But anyway. So, let's go to the second page, and so you can go forward, back, it's pretty easy. So, 1. Feeding and digestion. This may be the only lesson in this chapter, or it just separates the lessons in one thing, because this is off Apple Books, and this is just a sample, so I really don't know. So, once we get the books, we'll preview all the information before the class starting in a couple weeks. So, 1. Feeding and digestion. So this is the lesson section number and the title right over here. So then think about it. So it gives a little introductory reading into that right here. So then key questions. So any key question will be in blue, and it lists all the key questions for the chapter. So if I click on one, for example, how do animals obtain food, then it shows me that in the text. So if you click on it, it shows where it's located in the text. And in the text, any key question will be in blue. It's a great thing, and so that's not really for you. You can click back and go back to this page, but since it was just one page away, I could just easily click the back arrow. So, vocabulary words. So it lays all the vocabulary for the chapter section right here. So if I wanted, for example, if I clicked on a vocabulary word, for example, woman, it gives me the definition of the word. And so if I wanted to go to those two buttons, glossary and dictionary, if I click on glossary, it gives over here all of the words of the glossary laid out in letter, like every glossary is just online, and it just to kind of highlights in blue the word that you clicked on and the word that you're looking at, and it's highlighting. So woman, it gives a little definition to related glossary terms and the index of the chapter that where it is found in the book. So you can search any word right up here. If you click the search, you can exit out. If you click done, it takes you back to that page. So taking notes. So the taking notes and reading strategy outline is right here. So let's go to the next page. So let's talk about obtaining food. So it gives the big heading, sub big heading right here, obtaining food, and again, that same key question that we clicked on, any key question, main idea, or glossary term will be found in the text, and it will be in blue, so that's how you can recognize. So it gives a little introduction, built vocabulary, extra vocabulary built into the text. And so if you compare the online to the imprinted, you'll find that the text is just more broken down. So there's several figures, and so we're going to take a look at the different types of figures in on the online, because there's a lot more features on the online than the imprinted. So we're going to take a look at those. So this is the online edition that the students will be having when they have this course, Biology, high school. So it gives the visual of the figure, the figure, just the figure number, figure 1.1, then the name of the figure, which this figure, we're going to start out with the first figure. So this is the slideshow figure. We'll list out all of the different tabs and slides and pages right here. And so then it gives the, so then this is the, just the first slide. So it gives the image for this, the figure, and then the figure name, since it says the first figure, and just the name of that slide on the figure. And so down here it gives information on the figure slide, which this one is filter feeders. So you can go from one page to the next. You can just click one to the next right here, and it's pretty easy. So, for example, if I wanted to look at this more closely, look at the image more closely, specifically and only, I could click the image, or if I were to click this, it would take me the same thing. So, it shows you the figure. It has complete focus on your screen of the figure, and so you can look at it more closely and in more detail. I would recommend that if you're going to read the little description for it, that you go back out, because can you read that? Seriously? I can't, and so it's so small and tiny, so if you want to read it, go back out so you can see clearly. Okay, so this is the next figure. So nutrient symbiosis, it outlines the main idea in the chapter reading. So this figure is coral symbionts, and so wait, what is that? Coral symbionts. So coral symbionts. So then it gives a little fact and just description for it, and if you click on the figure, this is just a regular picture, regular one pixel figure. That's my little name for it. So if you click on it, you can see it closer. And if you wanted to go back out, click done, or just escape. Okay, so processing food. So then down here it gives a little model for just how the different types of organisms process food. So if, again, click on the figure. This one has writing on it and has labels for a specific area. So then it shows you where it's located, the name of that area, and just the different locations and what they contain. So right there, you can do the same for that. Right, that figure there. I think there's actually, yeah. So there's two figures I just figured out, and then it gives the figure number, which this one is extracellular digestion. A little description here. Gives it over there because of just the shape of the figure and how it's laid out. So you can click back to page. So then you can those buttons down there. So back to page 1304, and then you can, so this is another way, so you can go back and forth. You can also click this button, so you can go back a page with that one, forward a page, this one. So it's, then it gets you to the current page that you're caught up with. So, let's go, to, as you can see, key question, big idea, term, term, gets it out. So now we're going to look at the next figure, which is the analyzing data figure. I didn't have to come up with a name for it. So this one is a mammal, which is bird. So let's take a look at the bird. So it gives the figure name, a little fact information about the figure. So if you click on it, so then it shows you the figure more closely. It shows specific detail and area that you're looking at, and it gives the labels. So then if you click on the Analyzing Data button, then it shows you the analyzing data going along with that figure, the idea of that figure, the concept of it. So this one is, the concept is protein digestion. It gives information on it. There is different types of analyzing data questions. There is, based on this graph right over here, and just questions in general. So there are three. There is interpret graphs, analyze data, and draw conclusion questions. So then you write the questions out and answer them there and analyze the graph. So the graph is, for this one, road of digestion. So this one I'm going to spend some time on because this one is the neatest figure that they have put in to this text and inserted into it, because this takes an even deeper dive, and so this has to be the favorite, one of my favorites. So this is looking at specializations for different diets. So with the visual and the reading, so the visual has the reading, just has all of that information with the reading in the visual form. So you can look at the visual and then read, or vice versa, or as you look at the visual, read, or however you want to do it. So this is looking at an animal and just a carnivore and specialized teeth for eating meat. So let's look at the teeth. So if you click on this button right here, this little play button, it focuses in on the figure right here, and it gives the name of it, which is the body part, specialized teeth for eating meat. So we're going to look at the teeth. So it gives the information for that and the facts of that, and so then it gives you that information. Then it takes it further, or it shows it down here in this visual. So it labels the different parts of the jaw and just the mouth teeth area here, and it gives the consumer, which is a carnivore. Now, the great thing about this, not only can I click and it gives this page, but if I wanted to click on a specific part of the mouth and the teeth, for example, if I wanted to click on let's see what this is, the incisors, then if you click on it, it then inzooms and shows the specific motions of how that looks and works. So then it gives a video of just the motions of how these incisors works. So if you click on it, it's just a silent video of just those motions, and then just a little fact below it about that. So reading included as well. So if I wanted to go to another part of the mouth and jawline, then it gives you the same thing, molars and premonars now, and that information. You can exit it, or you can click the X and it takes you right back. So same goes for this, then it does the same thing. So eating plants, so the specialized teeth for eating meat and plants are both separated. So Now, if you look at the Lesson 1 assessment, this is the very end of the lesson, or the section. There's only one lesson in this chapter, so and it gives it out. And so I don't know, it's maybe just a teaser or just a small sample, but I can only go off of what this is showing me. So I'm going to make this assumption. So the Lesson 1 assessment covers everything in the lesson that takes it to a deeper level, goes beyond it. So then right here it gives the little chapter section comprehension questions. So the question right here, the answers, the circle letter, and the question options for answers. And up here, question 4 of 5, you can go back or forward. So you can click the back arrow, and then it gives 3 of 5. You can go back, and you can go forward pretty easily with this. So then, if for example, for question, carnivores feed on they feed on animals, which is right. I already knew that. If you check the answer, if it's correct, it is a green, and you can quiz yourself on the chapter content. If it's wrong, then it shows the red X. Okay, so if you go to the end, it gives the number of answers correct, and then try again, or just feel good, or whatever stuff is done there. So review key concepts. This is all on one page, which is great about this. So review key concepts. So they'll have several categories of review questions. So there is the review, relate, cause and effect questions, compare and contrast, and use analogies questions. So then down here it gives write about science summary. So then write about science is different categories. This is a summary, so it gives a little writing prompt and question, and you just write about it. Okay, so that is the online text features for this Miller and Levine Biology Textbook 2010. And so that is just a little spoiler for that, and so that's how it looks. And so we'll start them in a couple weeks once the information is previewed and all confident set up and everything. So I thank you for taking this time to watch this video.